you know, you would hear me speaking about the amalgamation that is coming, where we amalgamate National Disabilities Unit, Welfare, Child Care Board, and the National Assistance Board to be able to better offer services to people. I know that unless we offer a cohesive, seamless delivery of services, that we will not be able to do what we are supposed to do. I also know that in the times that we have been facing, these very difficult times, these COVID times, all these various shocks with the hurricanes and all these things, the people who are vulnerable are more exposed and then become most vulnerable. So I know that unless we get this right, that we now add, in my mind, we add to the burden that is already being faced by persons with disabilities. And so it is in that context and in that framing that I feel we have to get the amalgamation right. The plan is to have the Department of Family Services established by the end of the year, where we will amalgamate these services. Of course, there are conversations to be had with the unions and so on, but we are working assiduously to be able to do it, because I feel not only persons with disabilities, but in the context of that amalgamation, children, as we know, there's been very recent conversation about children who are in need of care and protection and support. We obviously have a number of persons who would have been clients of the Welfare Department who also have been asking for better service, if I'm being blunt, that they feel they're not being attended to or treated to with dignity. We have to address that, because every person who comes to this department, we've been saying that these are clients, you know, and that you need to treat people better. I feel very, very strongly about it, and so the ministry must have that reflection and be able to offer that level of support and that level of work. And at the end of the day, to make sure that everybody can be a productive citizen in this country. I mean, everybody has to be a productive citizen in the country. You need to ignore persons with disabilities to the extent that it's difficult to get down the road. I went this week to the MS Society function. All they want to do is to go to the beach. And that to be able to get to the beach is a challenge. And these things are not right in a mature and modern society. And the simple things, to be able to go to town, get a parking spot when you do go to town, these things can't work. And so we have to really pull together to do this very, very, very important work. To me, it is so important. I heard you, Chair, about the need to do the census so that we know where the persons with disabilities are. I've been speaking to the director, though I feel as if we need to do a specific census on persons with disabilities. I want to know exactly who they are, what's the nature of the disability, the extent of it, where they live. And these things are important too in a climate change environment, because in the event that there is a harsh climate event, then, you know, how do we get to these persons and how do we move them? We've been doing, in the ministry, we have now some geospatial mapping that tells us where our most vulnerable houses are. So we're working on it, it's developing. But we have to add to that every person who has a disability. And the road to the closest hurricane shelter in the event that that's the particular issue. I just feel like we have to be able to do more.